Comic Beyond. So in this episode, we're going to be covering Afterlife with Archie. We're almost to October, so I'm going to start doing my kind of like Halloween horror theme titles. And so I picked this up a while back just because I'm not a big Archie person. It's really not my cup of tea. But since it was like horror based, it kind of piqued my interest. The fact that, Riverdale turns into zombies. And so I found that part interesting. So I picked up the book. And the gist of it is, I believe it's Jughead. So Jughead's dog gets killed, and almost like in a Pet Cemetery fashion, it comes back because he goes to Sabrina, from the Teenage Witch, and he's like, I know you can bring my dog back, please do it, this and that, because he knows she can do magic, witchcraft, and all that stuff. But it being Sabrina, she's not really supposed to tamper with that type of stuff, but she does it anyway because it's her. And so she does, and like a day or so later, his dog comes back, but it's like, not technically back, it's zombified, it's a dog of a corpse. And so the dog comes back, bites Jughead, and so now Jughead, he's becoming a zombie. So that night, or a couple nights later, they're having like a Halloween ball at the high school. He barges in. People think he has a costume on, but he starts biting people, so they're turning this and that. And so Archie and the gang, they flee, and they meet up at a house, and next thing you know, they got to run for it again. And that's really the gist of the story. I believe there might be another volume or so. I'm not really sure. I didn't look into it because I'm not really planning on going past this one. I picked it up just out of curiosity to see what it was like. So I'm not a big Archie fan. I think the only Archie comic I've ever read was Punisher versus Archie, or Meets Archie. And I'll cover that on the channel one day too. But yeah, so it's not really, my avenue. Archie comics are they are, and they've been kind of different here lately in the past couple of years. He's ran up against the Predator a couple times. He crossed over with the 66 Batman, which that kind of piques my interest. Betty and Veronica, I think, end up meeting up with Vampirella. So they've had some oddball type stories, especially crossovers. So some I might check out just out of curiosity. But as far as this story goes, it's worth checking out. It is a fun read. The artwork's actually not that bad. It's got the cartoony, what I call cartoony artwork, because that's what the universe of Archie looks like. They look like, news strip characters. So that's something they've stayed consistent with, it looks like, with Archie over the years. So it was a fun read. Check it out. This is just, I know October is only a week away, so I just wanted to go ahead and just start it up, because I love horror stuff. I love horror movies, horror stories. Right now I'm reading Stephen King's Pet Sematary because I'm planning on covering that one day on the channel. And as far as the channel goes, I'm wanting to do movie reviews, man. That's my other passion. I love comics and crossovers and stuff like that. But my second, or really my first love, would probably be movies. I grew up watching movies and wore out plenty of VHS tapes. So the title is for the channel is Comic Beyond, and I titled it that just because some days we're going to go beyond talking about comics. We'll talk about movies or, maybe novels, now that I kind of started doing that. So, that's something I'm going to do just for fun. I hope listeners enjoy and like my opinion on movies. But I'm going to probably start that here in October, that way I can start covering some of my favorite horror movies and kick that off. So stay tuned, and I hope you like this episode, and I hope you stick around for the stuff to come, because I want to do a lot of fun things and talk about fun things. And so until next time, I'll talk to you later.